Business Leadership Dialogue from United Nations Global Compact, UN Women, and Women Empowerment Principles, celebrating International Women's Day at Yale Club, New York. Rights, equality, and empowerment for all the girls and women around the world. We don't want anybody to be left behind. This is the main theme for International Women's Day 2025. May all of you have peace, your equal rights, opportunities, and empowerment, and have the best life as an equal man and women soul on this planet Earth. International Women's Day 2025. The rights, equality, and empowerment for all women and girls. This is the message of International Women's Day 2025 from UNGC, UN Women, Women Empowerment Principles at Yale Club, New York. International Women's Day 2025 at Yale Club, New York. The rights, equality, and empowerment for all the girls and women. No women and girls should leave behind. This is the message for International Women's Day 2025, Yale Club at New York. International Women's Day at Yale Club. Rights, equality, and empowerment for women and girls around the world. Not a single woman and girl would be left behind. This is the slogan for International Women's Day 2025. And this is Yale Club, New York. International Women's Day at Yale Club, New York. Business Leadership Dialogue from United Nations Global Compact, UN Women, and Women Empowerment Principles. International Women's Day 2025, 11th March at Yale Club, New York. Equality, rights, and empowerment for all women and girls around the world. Happy International Women's Day. International Women's Day 2025 at Yale Club, New York from United Nations Global Compact, UN Women, and Women Empowerment Principles to empower women, women's rights, equality, to live as an equal soul, as an equal human being, next to each other as men and women. Happy International Women's Day.
I want to call out and thank our partners and our champions in this effort, UN Women and the Champions of Change Coalition. Thank you. They're our longtime trusted partners on this effort. My name is Michelle Breslauer. I'm the head of a program on business leadership and policy advocacy at the UN Global Compact, and I'll be your MC for this afternoon. So you'll hear from me, but you'll hear all of the insights and content from our lineup of speakers. Now, we're here today in a very fraught political environment with a lack of multilateral cooperation around many issues, but we're here today to acknowledge and to drive forward the role of the private sector in bridging the gender gap. And all of you are here because you know that the private sector can play a very important role in doing so. So we look forward to all of your insights and to your efforts moving forward. So to give you a bit of a sense of what this afternoon will look like, we'll start out with welcome remarks, and then we'll have 3 compelling and short panel discussions around African business leadership and gender equality, investing in women, and male allyship.
His Excellency Philemon Yang, President of the UN General Assembly at the 79th session. And the statement I'm going to deliver is on his behalf. But let me congratulate the UN Global Compact for bringing all of you here, for putting this event together, which we at the Office of the President of the General Assembly value, because I can say with pride that our President was just named gender champion And by extension, we also consider ourselves that a little bit of that champion.
Thank you very much, Melissa. No, Michelle. Where is she? Sorry, yeah, from the same organization. Thanks, Michelle. Good morning, and let me recognize Honorable Ivo and Melissa, in here, Mr. Daniel Simon from Women, and Ms. Elizabeth Broderick. But I also want to acknowledge the panel members, those who in the panel and leading us with their thoughts and their perspectives. And ladies and gentlemen, Tulu, my sister, good morning. And I'm once again honored to be with you in this room today. I was here last year, but I'm honored again to be here. Something that I don't take for granted, even though I'm the co-chair with Switzerland, but being in the room does matter a lot. I would therefore like to express my gratitude to you for inviting me to that. And just to say to the Chief of Staff, do convey our gratitude to the important and financial inclusion itself is important for economic empowerment of women. For South Africa, in our capacity as the chair of G20, this discussion.
And what really stood out for me during the visits to the bank was the fact that you had that political will at the level of the leadership of the bank. So I think that was really significant in terms of, as you said, not just talking, but actually walking the talk. And that's why you are here at CSW. Can you tell us a bit why the bank, as a private sector DFI, sees its importance to attend the Commission of the Status of Women and to be present at this gathering?
Well, like I said, gender is
having us. All right. We're going to be a bit brief here, but I do just want to acknowledge in the room, there is the moment that we're stepping into right now is a moment of backlash. And I think a lot of the discussion, particularly when it comes to male allies, is around that sort of fragility and backlash that we're seeing both in the corporate, but then also political and policy spheres. So I think from an individual level, as we're engaging men as allies in different private sector companies, it's really important to sort of just acknowledge that that's a real sort of precarity that men are also facing, right? And we're coming at this with a lens of compassion and care, and really at the end of the day, trying to increase empathy across men in different settings, right? So the idea of gender equality might be seen as a zero-sum game.
So the pressure of ladies is more
This is doing our review.
Actually, after I do having a really clear for an airline, how they can bring
Again, I think the conversations have shown that gender inequality is not just a symptom of isolated issues. It's really a result of often very complex and multifaceted challenges that can be deeply embedded in political, in economic, and in societal systems. And I think Elizabeth from Champions of Change Coalition, you mentioned, gender equality is ultimately also about a redistribution